If your man is not taking you on date nights, he's not buying you any flowers, and he doesn't seem that he's so interested in you anymore, I will explain to you what happens. This is how men function. In the beginning of a relationship, a man is excited because he's still in the process of pursuing you. So he does little things for you to show you that you can trust him, that he's worthy of your love. So when the relationship becomes more serious, two things are happening at the same time. The one thing that happens is that he starts to slow down in pursuing you because now he knows you're his. So he doesn't feel this need anymore to prove himself all the time. But because you as a woman always take score of every little thing a man does for you, what happens to you is that you start to notice when he doesn't do things like he did in the beginning. But the mistake you make is that you confront him about it. You tell him that it bothers you. You ask him, why don't you buy me flowers anymore? Why don't we go on a date night like we used to do? But by you opening up your mouth, he hears two different things. On one hand, he hears that you're completely focused on him because it's all you, na. Why don't you do this? Why don't you do that? And that for a man is a reconfirmation that you are crazy about him. And the other thing he hears is that he doesn't do things right. And I do understand how you feel. Trust me, I used to be like that. But because a man's ego is so sensitive, when you tell him that he's not doing something right, he feels like a loser. So how can you turn this around so that he starts doing things again for you? So the first thing you should do is to stop reminding him of the things that he's not doing. Instead of you being negative about what he does or doesn't do, you start to become positive and you will literally start to appreciate everything he does, even if it feels like he's doing nothing. Because now what happens with his sensitive ego, he starts to feel better about himself. And what does a man do when he feels good about himself? He does more of the same thing that makes him feel good about himself. And this is exactly the kind of power you have in your relationship, because it's you who is able to inspire your man to constantly want to do things for you, just by giving him positive reinforcement. And if you don't believe me, because you're telling me, yeah, I've tried, it doesn't work, then you, my dear, have not been consistent. So why don't you start with the following? Start to act with him a little bit more like you were in the very beginning.